Hello. How are you? I can actually still see the sun shining on the houses up there. Like, not indirect bounce lighting of the sky. I mean, I can see that too. But the sun actually hitting the sides of the houses. Quite low, so quite orangey yellow light. Which is quite nice. Not a cloud in the sky that I can see. So, hello. Right. Be there in a minutious. Minutious? Sure. Oi. Hello, Kangfango. Hello, Beecher. Hey. No, sorry. Ayo. Mate, you don't wanna know how much I wanna legally blow up every electric car I see. You're right, I don't really at the moment. Oh, opening Blender, yes, I have done that. Aside from being way too overrated and planetary resource wasters, they even have entitled owners who think they are superior to me and my Mustang. Well, I'm not really that into cars, so I wouldn't really know. But yes, it's true that a car that somebody has, as much as anything else, can be an expression, well, is most of the time an expression of who they are. And if the way that electric cars are advertised for, if that's more appealing to people who feel overly entitled, then yeah, it kind of be like the old thing that red cars are owned more by people who drive recklessly than other colors of cars, which I think actually has some truth to it. I see. Yeah, they're really quiet too. Normally, if you go out in the street, you think that there is no car coming since you can't hear any motor. But with electric cars, they're nearly silent. Yeah, well, depends on how fast they are, because a lot of the sound that you actually hear further away is from the tires on the road, not actually the motors. If you're further away. Like if you can hear a highway, most of the sound that you hear from that, if you hear cars going by, it's actually the sound of the rubber on the tarmac. Plus, where do you think all the materials come from? Oh, asteroids, of course. Hey, the aluminium, steel... Well, aluminium, I think mostly comes from... What is it? Bauxite? I think bauxite. 1 second. Yep, bauxite. That's where most of the aluminium comes from. Steel is mostly iron with some coal in it. Of course, other elements as well, depending on what type of steel you want to make. The lithium/cobalt, well, those are, I think, just natural resources the way they are, and they don't need to be put together. At least I don't think so. The copper, yes, copper is definitely a resource in ore in the ground, and the prime matter for the plastic. Well, that I would suggest to be oil. Nice, Risan. Ooh, what are we gonna do? With opening, I'm not sure yet. Which generation? Gen 6. GT Fastback. Alright, thanks. Yes, the rubber. Hey, hello, the bug brain. How are you? Are you doing good? True. Got it as a gift from Uncle. Oh, well, that was kind of him. Bauxite, Shadows? Yes. Hey, hello. Alright. Right. 1 second. Hey, hello. Alright. Hey, yes. How are you all today? Good. What are we doing? Well, some game development. Good. Straight from huge minds, and they say they're clean for the environment. Naiba, please. Naiba? No. Very deep voice. Game dev. Oh, sorry. Game dev. I just finished my SP-AC9. Great. Yay. How did it turn out? Right, so. I'm not even going to mention the size of those. Okay, then thanks for not mentioning it. I suppose. Great. So, yeah. Oh, quick announcement I want to make. Quick announcement before we get into this. This Saturday's and Friday's streams are going to be a little different. So on the 7th and 8th, so tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, because I'm not going to have a trains stream on Saturday because of behind the scenes reasons. Not going to do trains. Just on the 8th. So I've posted on Discord already. So Friday is going to be 2 hours of Train Simulator, and Saturday 2 hours of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and then we'll be back with trains on Tuesday. Wait, what? Actually, it was really hard. Like, really hard. Very hard. Like, oh, well, what was so particularly difficult about this thing as opposed to other similar things? Different? Yeah. And I'm not even mentioning how they power those nuclear reactors everybody praises. Actually, I don't praise them, actually. I don't praise nuclear reactors. They were 3 people who's working on... Oh, 3 people working on the AC-9. Oh, so it's a collaborative effort then. Oh, I see. Where do you think that nuclear material comes from? Well, yeah, but my more immediate thought of that is, where do you think that nuclear material goes to? Right. Anyway, so I've already opened up the stuff. I know you can't see it yet, just making sure everything's okay. Don't want to have something open that is not supposed to be seen. That's good. Right, so there we go. For reference, here's Southern Pacific AC-9. Very nice locomotive, yes. Very nice. Same places as all those. Yes, it was completed just now. Ah, great. And is that going to be made available on the DLS, by the way? If it's for trains, which I'm assuming it is, since it's mined out of the earth. Yes, I know. Great to hear. Will it go on the DLS? Yeah, my question exactly. And at the end of the lifespan of those batteries, what happens with them? Well, they're completely 100% recycled and not at all lost. Nothing, no rubbish, just complete recyclement, of course. They're useless and worthless. Ah, so I was close. Well, it will be on the DLS, so yes. Great! When it's available, could you please send a quid to me on Discord? It's a waste of resources. Right, so last time. Yeah, let's do a last time on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. No, why do it's just because it rhymes. Lovely, can't wait. Right, the last time we worked on more of the interiors of the mazes. Last time on Shareday's Game Dev, yes. One thing, I need to make a custom whistle and air horn. Oh, if you're gonna do that, that'll be amazing. Dun dun. And some Euro countries wanna ban ICE cars. ICE cars? ICE cars? Yeah. I'm sure they'll regret it. What do you mean ICE car? What do you mean by that? Do you mean ICE as in Intercity Express, or do you mean ICE as in... I'm not sure what that or probably not, since we're talking about actual cars, not railway cars. What do you mean by ICE cars? Right, so we worked on more of the floor tiling. Oh, internal combustion engine, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so you can see more of the flooring. We made it a bit... I made it a bit better so it doesn't look like it came straight from B&Q. Also, in these rooms, worked more on the ceiling, made a nice wood texture for up there. And yes, these wooden beams are still very large. That's supposed to be. Just thinking about what should be next. I mean, of course, we could... I suppose we should probably work on more on this, on the walls up there. Not really sure if I want to have this as stone, or maybe a different type of stone, perhaps. Some other things that aren't great about electric cars is that they can't go as fast, can't go as far, and have a lot of computer gadgets in them so that they're able to be remote controlled as well. True. I'm never buying an EV, not even if you kill me. Well, I think that, yeah, if someone were to kill you, I think, yeah, I believe you that you wouldn't buy one of those. Then, I'd rather scrap my car than waste the planet's resources for something that can't even drive 150 kilometers an hour. Oh, you just said kilometers, not necessarily an hour, but just the distance. Right, so I think we'll work on those. So let's see, how should we do this? We could do it with a texture. Or we could do more bricks. Because the thing is, these bricks don't use that much geometry. Like if we look here, just not that many vertices. But then again, I don't want to use that many vertices to then have it be an issue. Let's see. Maybe we can do some better work with textures. What do these textures look like? What are these unwrapped as? Select. Okay, that's all of... Oh, that's that as well. That's not good. That's just that. Okay. So we need another material slot, basically. Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna go back to normal layout mode. Right, now let's... which one was it? I think it was actually this one. If I sign that, then click select. No, it wasn't that one. Hold on. It was 04. Right, now this one, if I select... Yeah, now that only selects that, that's good. So now actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to import a texture. I'm actually going to use the same texture I was using for... the woods, just so I can see how it's unwrapped, basically. Let's try cube. Well, actually, cube did quite well. Yeah, cube actually did really well. Okay. So let's actually let's stick with that, but let's just increase the scale so that it's probably closer to that, I would say. Okay, so now that that's unwrapped, okay. I probably don't want to actually use the wood texture for all of that. And we can have a look at it, sure, but I don't think I want to use the wood texture for all of it. What was it? Oh, I need to change the... So this thing, and then selected objects only. Export, go over. Actually, let's put on the wood material. Just temporarily, just so we can see what it would look like. Yes, what it would look like. Oh, it's automatically put it on. Oh, because yeah, of course, because it's using... I see. It's using the imported materials. Yeah. Although that's not right. Why is that not? Why is that there? One second. Let me just select the right thing and then apply that onto here. Okay, let's go into the room. Let's do it in the prefab. Right, so there we go. I mean, it could look good. Doesn't look exactly like I wanted it to look. Oops, wrong. Yeah, I will probably change that to stone, but I want to have a look at what it looks like, because this way you might actually be able to see the textures a bit better. Oops. Ah, straight to one of these. Yeah, I mean, this way, look here, this way you can actually see the texture. Which is a good thing. Let's just pick this up. There we go. There are another couple rooms over there. Let's have a quick look. Okay. Right. So I think I would like to. The thing is that while. Actually, you know what? Let's have the thing open. 1 second. Where is it? Stats. Does this show the poly count? Let's see. Triangles. Okay. Vertices. Right. So let's. I want to have a look. I want to have another quick look down there. See what the triangle count's like. And this is only what it's rendering. Like, for example, here it's only rendering 200 and something. But no, actually, 18 triangles. This way it's rendering over about 200,000 triangles. Yeah, and down here it's rendering about 1.5 million triangles. The reason is because of all these 3D bricks. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it still runs smoothly. But the thing is, the game is still very bare bones at the moment. With more stuff going on, this may very well be a cause for lag. So I'm not sure I'll keep these, actually. I may replace these with... I may bake this into a texture. And then have normal maps and bump maps and stuff like that to make it look 3D. Let's see, how does that... I'm not sure how that works in this version of Blender, though. Let's see if there are bake settings here. I could just bake ambient occlusion. Let's see if that would work. Let's do a new image. Let's say ceiling arch ambient occlusion. If I try to just bake it like this, would that work? Oh, it's trying to bake it. No, it is working. It's just taking a while. Yeah, of course it'll take a while. There's a counter at the bottom right. It's currently at, well, 18%. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'd rather one of these, to be frank. Is that a truck or something, or a bus maybe? Of course it's a bus. What are you planning on doing? Shard Ice, didn't mean to Dagbug Rain. Yeah, I'm just continuing to, well, file away at this project. You can turn that into an RV if you had the money. Very true. That's my next gen engine is being perfected. If I were to get one someday, I'd probably leave it as is. Oh, what is that? It's made to kick Eevee's ass. It's a nuclear gem engine. What does that mean, nuclear gem engine? Yeah, that's not great. That is not great. Plus, I think it's using the wrong... Actually... Why did that... That's slightly odd. Why did it overwrite that? Maybe, oh, of course. That's fine, I can just reopen it. I need to actually change the texture it's using to this one. And then over here as well. And then try baking it again. Also, maybe let's have a look. I'm not sure if ambient occlusion is the best one to go for. Let's try... Well, we might as well try environment. Nope, that's not gonna work. Normal? I mean, that should hopefully export a normal map if it's right. Yeah, but the issue is that it's an arch. It doesn't really deal well with that. Looks nice though, but no. I'd really need to un-arch it for that to work properly. Maybe the other one's better. Okay, let's just change this back to this one. Now let's actually try it with these ones. Well, this one at least. If I... Actually, you know what? I'm going to duplicate it. Move it over to the side. Focus on it. And, oh, of course, because it's being mirrored. I see. I remember. Don't worry. I remember. And I'm going to do this. And then let's see if I change this one to this texture. And then try to bake it again. Okay. Oh right, alright, like a motor. I wasn't sure if you meant motor engine or game engine or some kind of engine. It uses a special type of nuclear reaction with diamond and has an efficiency of 95%. Okay, seems... I mean, it sounds dangerous. Way more than an electric motor. Alright. Plus, that thing is built to outlive the car it's put into. That's nice, but about the nuclear reaction, where does that happen? Millions of kilometers without a refuel. I imagine that... because actually, here's the thing, because in the US, there were actually plans, Union Pacific had plans to build nuclear-powered locomotives, which of course would have been horrific if one of those derailed and crashed, which that's locomotives or trains sometimes do. Imagine that compared to an EV. Yeah, the engine has two parts. Even normal petrol cars can get more mileage before refueling than EVs. In the inner chamber, where the shaft covered with diamonds located on second bearings, ST is at each end and outer chamber where coolant is located. Oh, I see. The engine has a high efficiency, but the reaction inside is exothermic. What does that mean? Does it mean that it will basically heat up the outside of it, I'm guessing? Steam shuttle going to the pulleys. Yeah, exactly. Which means it evenly heats up the aurorium walls of the inner chamber. Now that's a lot of tries. Aurorium is a bad conductor, but if you heat it evenly, you can melt it. I see. Alright, then on either side of the engine you have the control rods, which are used to control throttle. Yeah, this all seems really very dangerous. And to shut down shut the engine down. Doesn't seem too safe though. What if the next gen car crashes? I don't know. That's what I was saying. It seems dangerous. Both mats need to have that image texture as their base color. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. The outer shell is also made of aurorium as a second shield against radiation. True, but well, the thing is that disasters happen. If you imagine how many cars are driving around, how many crashes there are, like really bad crashes where the entire car is crushed, or if it falls into, I don't know, a river or something, a single crash could, depending on what sort of radioactive material is being used, cause tremendous amounts of damage, of course. I mean, you just look at how many car crashes there are now every hour on the world. Imagine if we were using these other cars. Each one of those has the potential to be that bad. Then break-in. I've only ever done AO bake sim blender. Bake. Hello! Elsinore. Shadows, good afternoon, evening. My schedule has finally let me catch you live again. Aw, so nice. How are you? Having a good day or not? I don't know. Alright, gotcha. Hey, how are you? And that makes the engine be equal to a 2-meter thick steel wall safe. I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Clingfinger? And if, of course, the reaction makes sound. And, of course, good to hear. I am well, thank you. Also, hello, Mara Romano. Hello. All right, what does it sound like, roughly? Yeah, I'm really glad that UP abandoned those nuclear engine plans. But a continuous U. Oh, right, I see. I can imagine very well. Thanks. With the next-gen car crashes, imagine messages I meant to type feature. Mate, aurorium is 3 times stronger than diamond. Oh, I see. But is it brittle? Because there are a lot of very strong materials that are actually quite brittle. Also, I think aurorium is pronounced aurorium. Yeah, aurorium. Could be wrong. So it gets crushed. So it getting crushed is ludicrously unlikely. We need the cars from Jetsons RL. Well, one might argue that those are also electric cars. So maybe, you don't know. I don't know. Right, so if we use this as... you see, the issue with this is that it is it's a segment like that. Really? Electric? Not sure on that front. You hit with 30 hammer bounce back if plate is fixed. Ah, so it's not brittle then. Shredez, I'm doing fine. How are you doing this fine day? Yes, I'm doing good as well. Also, little announcement, if some of you are just joining in. Tomorrow will be 2 hours of Train Simulator, and on Saturday we won't have trains, but instead we'll have 2 hours of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So, just for this week, on Saturday, there is no train stream, for behind the scenes reasons. It'll resume later. Does this look electric? Yes. It does, actually. Because the thing is, the way it hovers, it looks like it's using magnetic fields to kind of arrange itself. Because it doesn't look like jet propulsion or, well, chemical propulsion. It looks more like it's using some sort of magnetic fields, or maybe forced plasma. But with forced plasma, one thing, you need a lot of electricity to do that, and secondly, it's very hot. So, yeah. Well, yeah, depends on the plasma, but with plasma you can use in that way. I remember one button made the whole thing fold up into a suitcase from form, huh? Yeah, exactly, so it has to be electric. Where else would you fit the fuel if it can just be folded up? Oh, I see, sure it is. Ah, right, gotcha. So, I don't know, what should I do? You know what? I was going to, the thing is, I wanted to use the bake thing as a, sorry, as a template. But the thing is that, given how this is being used, with just these small sections, that wouldn't be very useful. So, tell you what, I'm going to try to just make a basic text, just see how well that goes. If it goes well, we can continue with that. If not, then, well, I can try with a bake again. Actually, I'm going to do it with a Pixelmator. Just like that. And the next-gen engine does not even have exhaust, so no pollution. Well, that's debatable, because the radioactive material it's using has to be mined from somewhere, and once it's spent, all of that radioactive stuff has to be used, well, taken care of. What if someone has a car, and then they suddenly either don't need it anymore or don't want it anymore? Well, what then? Who's going to take care of it? Is it going to be government funded? Are they going to be big? 1 second. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they going to be big facilities that just store them at the government's expense, or are they going to be private operators who then have to deal with all this radioactive waste? I mean, you know how well that goes with private operators and radioactive waste. Hint: not well at all. Like, how would that work? Meet James Jones. Oh, we've got a... have you got the picture? James Jones? George Jetson. Yes. NG, yeah, next gen. Send it back to Aurora so it can be used for parts. Okay. The engine can be sold as a crate engine too. Alright, to swap it into your own car. Oh, I see. But what if, for example, one of those cars falls onto tracks and gets hit by a train? Like, will the reactor really withstand that sort of punishment? Let's see. Mm-hmm. Or what if, actually, oh, here's another scenario. What if there's a tunnel fire? Because tunnel fires do happen quite a lot. What if there's a whole bunch of these cars in a tunnel, and then a tunnel fire happens? Can it withstand that temperature? What if the outside temperature gets so high so that the temperature generated by the reactor cannot be radiated outwards, and instead it just overfills with heat so that the reactor melts down? Can it withstand that as well? Uranium is fireproof. Yeah, but what about the but could it withstand the temperatures of the reactor melting down? What if it's exposed to extreme cold? Same. The interior of the engine is isolated from outside. How? Like, how well is it isolated? Like, if there's a tunnel fire and temperatures inside tunnel fires can get extremely hot. Like, one second, let me see if I can just find some pictures. 1 second. I'll be back in a second. Like, for example, here, this was a train. You can see there are parts of trucks in the back in the Channel Tunnel fire, in one of those ones. I'm not sure from which one, but you can see that just how much of the concrete of the tunnel has actually been burned away and cracked in the sides of the actual tunnel. All of the coverings of the train wagon have been burned away. The actual superstructure, the actual structure of the train wagon has collapsed. You can see the remnants of vehicles inside. I mean, if you look at this sort of thing, can that really... Can it really withstand those extraordinary temperatures? Not saying that would it catch fire, I'm asking whether it could withstand those temperatures. Right, so let's see, let's go into our tiles test room thing. That's there. Right, so actually this one, let's break... Can I break the... I want to break the connection. Can I do that? I hope we can do that. Should be able to do it somehow. Isn't it edit? Clear, nope. Project, nope. No, where is it? Where is that? 1 second. Prefab. Select, create, extract from prefab. Where is that? 1 second. That's not right. Anyway, maybe it'll come up later. So, tell what? Fire. Meter thick Aurorium plating. Spacebar. Oh, tunnel fire. Yikes. Wrong screenshot, Ice. Yes. Ah, there we go. Wow. Aurorium has a melting point of tungsten, 300 plus degrees. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that tunnel fires can get hotter than that. I'm pretty sure of. Because the thing is, with tunnel fires... No. Okay. Be interested to... Could you... I mean, if you could... I mean, if you can post some documentation or stuff like that, please let me know. Please do that. Because I thought that tunnel fires could actually get hotter than that. Tungsten, not tungsten. Plus 300. Oh, you mean... I meant the temperature that tungsten plus 300 degrees was at. Oh, I see. Yeah, that was what confused me a bit. Melting point of tungsten plus 300. Yeah, that's okay. I just read that the wrong way around. Okay, so let's see. If I create, let's just try it with cubes. Now let's create a sort of test material. And let's put the texture on that. Thing is, I want to break the prefab connection if I can. Open the prefab or unpack the prefab. That's what I want. I want to unpack it. Actually, can I do maybe if I search for unpack? Nope. Maybe I can only do it with a child object, actually. Prefab. Open as isolation context. Strange, why can't I unpack the prefab? Should be able to unpack it. Hold on. Yeah. Go there, right click. There should be an unpack prefab option. Oh, it's there. Did I seriously miss that before? Huh, maybe I have. I don't remember. Apparently I did. Right, so actually I want these to have a bit of more thickness. Looks about right. 7.8 negative, I mean. Maybe -8. Let's try that. Okay, now I want to delete all of these ones to see if that will be better. Let's see. Where is the segment? Let's see, let's just put the segment in there, just to create a prefab, so that when I duplicate it like this, like I'm just doing now, I will not, that's okay. I will not be, I will not have to modify them all individually if I want to make a change. Oops, not like that. And then let's rotate it around the pivot. No, not pivot, around the center. Let's try that again. And I'm not saying that these can't have any geometry. Of course we can have models. I'm just saying that I want to have this be a bit more performance friendly, really. Yeah, and there's also a bit of an issue. It not really wanting to. Negative 9 point... Actually, negative 9 would work. Would work, yes, would work. 3. Oh, this is the depth. 3.5. 3.5? Probably. Okay. Right, now let's reach chat. Right. Yes, that. That building looked like building post office for a bit, did it? When you looked at it from the outside. Oh yeah, you're right, it does a bit. And additionally, if there is a power cut, the control rods immediately shut the engine down. Yes, but they're also supposed to do that with nuclear reactors, and yet there are still plenty of instances where the control rods didn't automatically shut things down, where they became stuck because they were bent, or because the mechanism controlling them was bent, or because they just got stuck. What you building? Oh, hi, Mr. Snipes. I'm building a room for my game for Ghostly Venture. For the underground maze bits. How are you? Parts of a ghosted maze for his game. Oh, neat. Yes, Shares, I missed the two. Never seen before. I remember the days of break prefab instance. Ah, yes. The good old days. Hello, Slovak Eagle. How are you? Hey, I'm just driving some Rio Grande narrow gauge steamers around. Some of the most amazing and unique railroading I can think of. Oh, where? Are you doing it in trains or in real life? How are you today, Slovak Eagle? Ooh, nice. Sounds great. Yes, let's turn it around the pivot. Shreddice 2021. Hehe. Anyway. Shreddice, I see. Well, is that the least a copy of the room's prefab? I broke the copy of it. It's not actually... It's unpacked. That's what it does. It's not the prefab anymore. I cannot find a proper texture pack for bricks in Minecraft. Yeah, bricks are one of those textures that are a bit of hard to get right. I'm doing fine. You? Yes. Me, I'm doing well as well. If you meant me. Yeah, I've been working quite a bit on my secret route, which will be made public soon. Can't say exactly when, but soon. I don't know many texture packs. Have you tried DokuCraft? I want to make the Willows Manor look like an 1890 London house. Sorry, so I mean kind of late Victorian. Good year. I'm good too, thank you. I said ghostled, not ghosted. Alright, ghostled. Since the manor is built in that period by Zephania? Willows, Amelia's great-great-grandpa. Real life! I'm driving now the narrow gauge stuff in trains. Yeah. What route are you using? Are you using one that you've built yourself? Alright, nice. Trace, phew. Rebroken connection with prefab. Trace, what? What do you mean? As for my engine, I did take a lot of safety measures. Safety measures? Okay, like what, for example? Secret map? What? Yeah. Zephania. Oh, Zephania. Zephania was Willows. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was struggling with... yeah, Zephania. Alright. Right, so... I guess I could squish this a bit. Might not look that great, but... we'll see. I'm going to save this as a different prefab when it comes to it, unless I forget, in which case I'm not, but that's not good. Negative 3 point. Okay, that should be negative 0.5, 3.5. Yes, and here it should be 8. Just 9. Nope, not 89. 9. Yes, 9. No, yes. Yes, 9. No, yes, yes. What? Like that. Right, so now if I just if I parent all this stuff. What was this one? That was odd. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Actually, what would this look like with the other material on it? That's interesting. Oh, not... I thought I selected material. No, not that. Yeah, no, of course, that does not look good. Because not geometry. Right, so let's make this a new prep. Let's see new. Of course, that's quite an inventive name. Put this into rooms. There we are. Let's go to game scene, and let's see if I go to the maze generator, and then I'm going to replace it in here so that it will actually spawn the new one. So let's have a look. No, we won't use the statistics up here at the moment because we've only updated one of the rooms, so all the other rooms will still have the wrong, well, they will still have all the high poly stuff. You know, when I started this project, I didn't think we'd have to have so much work before we can get into a lot of the gameplay elements. I also thought I'd have more time to work on this outside of streams. Like, is this fun to watch for you? Like, is it fun to watch? Is my question. I'll just reload. Like, are you like my look, I spawned up here. Look, I spawned up here. Haha. The ghosts will never get me now. Haha. Wait, they can fly? Oh no! Quick! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! The thing is, like, is it? Come on. You can load. It's just not wanting to load it at all now. Not sure why. Yeah, that's just doesn't want to load. It just does not want to load. Tell you what, let's reload again because I still haven't fixed that. But the thing is okay. So is this fun to watch? Just because it's fun to have a chat and listen to me talking about stuff and code and read chat and read your stories and all that stuff, because that's definitely fun. But is the project itself fun to watch? like all the designing elements, like spending this much time on it without having basically any gameplay done. Oh, we spawned right in one of these rooms. Yeah, well, that definitely looks cleaner. And it's definitely also going to be much more performance friendly. Also, there seems to be one missing. Why is there one missing? No, there are two missing. Ah, I missed two pieces. Huh. Oh, and actually that doesn't look half bad as wood. If you look at that. Just a wooden archway. Huh. Interesting. Right. It's a modified version of San Juan. I've been TS19 updating. I also have Timber Ridge. Zephania. Oh, Zephania. Yes, like that. Miss Snaps, interesting. Never heard of those roots. All right, that's a reference to Zephania Man in TF2 lore. Colorado narrow gauge is very special and amazing. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I'm having problems with the outer design. What sort of problems? As in Team Fortress 2? Oh, nice. Just type Rio Grande in trains and YouTube and check some of it out. I might just do that. Yes. Oh, with what in particular? The name. Zephania. Alright, I chose late Victorian style since it's easier to build. I see. And canonically, Zephania Willows chose to have it like that. Sure it is. Yes, it is fun. Riveting gameplay this, for real though. Well, you say that, but if you look at the streams, yes, I'm making lots of stuff. Like, for example, these walls or textures, whatever these stuff, and modeling the little guy and the little hiding mushroom thing, all that sort of stuff. But we're not actually getting into any gameplay. XDDD spawned on top the thing. True. I mean, I love Unity. I love building stuff in Unity. The question is just... Because the thing is that when I started this project, it was started under the idea of building it mostly off-stream. So like basically just having it a project that I work on, while when we get to a stream, I just stream a bit of it. So that it's just a project I'm developing, and when back then Friday rolls around, I just show you what I've done and we can do a little bit of live developing. That was the idea behind it. But the thing is, at the moment, it's like, okay, now it's Friday, time to work a little bit more on this project, and then do other stuff that is more pressing for the rest of the week. And then go back to Friday and, okay, let's do a little bit more stuff on this. And I just feel that with this project, I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere with it. Because at the end of the day, it's only 2 hours a week. What do you think? But although this is definitely my best attempt at this project, because I have actually attempted this project before, this game a couple of times. Well, it was 2 games which I've now combined. And this is definitely the best version of it. The version of it that I'm the most pleased with. It's just that progress is really quite slow. And yes, I know what some of you are thinking. But that's fine. Right. but I just cannot find a proper texture pack for the bricks. Well, you could always change the texture yourself. You could download a texture pack, then edit a normal brick texture you just download off the internet, and replace that with the texture pack. In the texture pack, that could work. It's a bug, not a feature. Wait, the other way around. Yes. Funny. I did make the roof have an overhang. Make the roof, yeah. Ah, nice. I personally enjoy watching people build stuff they are passionate about. Oh, thanks. Yeah, and the thing is, I'm passionate just in building games in Unity in general. This game, yes, as well, but if it was a smaller game, one where we didn't need to do as much design work first to get into the gameplay, then I would still be passionate about that project. Not sure. I don't know many texture packs, unfortunately. Well, I did prefer the 3D ones, but I guess this will end up being better. Yeah, and they're not going to be this simple. Yeah, I'm of course going to put essentially bake 3D-ness into the texture. And it will have some geometry. It just won't have the individual bricks. Basically means I can have more GPU power used elsewhere for things like light sources and particle effects and stuff like that. Wow, that's strange with the wooden archway. Not bad, not even half bad, but strange, true. Alright, for now I've written the first part of Chapter 3, Mistletoe. Ah yes, the infamous Chapter 3. It's until Christmas Eve. Maybe if you advertised your streams in Unity communities too, because I suspect that the most of your audience is from trains. Oh yeah, definitely. I want to do that when Living Art releases, so that if people come to the channel to have a little look, even if they're not really interested in that stuff, then they'll at least have a chance to see the trailer to grow that audience as well a little bit. If I advertise it now, then it'd be like, oh, let's have a look, and not that interesting maybe, and then they won't look anymore. So that when I release the trailer, whenever that's gonna happen, which is gonna be soon, they won't be there to see it because it's not been there when they first click on it. So I want to have that simultaneous. The release of Living Art with me advertising these streams. But even then, my question is, are you here to see development on this project, or are you here to just basically have a fun time? It's not really that important specifically what this project is. That's my question. And do please answer it honestly, of course. Right. Mistletoe. Alright. Oh, right, gotcha. Sure days. So then every Friday, now Thursday, it would be like, alright, so since last stream I've implemented the base of this I've implemented the base of the acorns mechanic. I've made the portals work and I've added sounds to the character and environment. I've also implemented 2 ghosts, a table, a chair, and a handkerchief. Handkerchief. Yeah, basically, it's, yeah. Yes, same here. Yeah, majority of your audience is here from trains. Yeah, because the majority of my audience is from the tutorials, the trains tutorials, because those were the ones that were shared by N3V twice in their newsletter, which is where most of the people came from. Trains. I myself like to watch Transport Fever and RCT too. TS and game dev, not so much. No need to hide that. No, of course no need to hide that. However, I like the idea of this game and I'm interested in it. If you advertise it a bit in other communities related to this, that would be better. Yes, you're right. But I have to admit, working on this only 2 hours a week is not enough to finish this. Yes, and that's not really the plan to... The thing is, originally, if you go back and watch the first ever episode, what I said was, let's give this a trial. Let's see how we go. And if I've got time to work on this off stream, I can continue to work on it on stream as well. So if I can maintain this project off stream as well, the progress on it. And that's kind of dropped away. Well, completely dropped away. So the thing is, if we're going back to that original concept, then the trial is over. and I don't have the time to work on this project, and it's much too big to completely do on stream. I'll have to think about it. I think some of the options are, of course, one, we just continue with it anyways, which will then more be just for fun, rather than actually trying to finish this project in any realistic time frame. 2, I do get more time to work on it off stream, which I don't think I will be able to because I've got other projects that I really have to finish. Smaller projects which won't take as much time, so I need to prioritize those. Then the third option would be to switch projects. So we could still have game development, but just choose a project that could be finished in a realistic time frame, even if I don't really get much time, or if any, to work on it off stream. Or maybe there's some other options. Of course, another fourth option is to just cancel completely. Right. Ooh, can't wait to see the new Ghosts models with particles. Yes, that would be nice. Shays, I'm here for this project and fun times. I know you are. So you either have to redo your schedule to optimize for things you enjoy or want to do. It's not really about the viewers here if they enjoy this, it's more if you enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, I do definitely enjoy it, it's just I would rather be spending the time working on something that I can finish in a realistic time frame. But I definitely enjoy this project, and if I was able to commit the time to it that I thought I would be able to when I first started the project, then there wouldn't be any issue, there wouldn't be any question, I would just continue to work on this project until it's finished. Because viewers will not enjoy it if you won't either. Yeah, but that's not the thing. I do definitely enjoy it. But every week I'm really looking forward to seeing how this game will progress. True. Trial? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Trial is over? No fair. I purposely bought the 2-year one. Oh, sorry, we'll just drag this trial on for 2 years. And by that I mean court. A trial in court, like a court of law. Like, you know, like a divorce. That just gets dragged on for 2 years, the trial. So, with game dev, I would say it's about your schedule and if you have time to work on it off stream. You can prioritize only so much realistically. True. That's why I've brought this up. And having a lot of projects at the same time is not the best option ever. Yeah, you're right. That's definitely a thing that I have as well. Sure, it's maybe putting the Dark Snatcher and or Nithok Theater onto the Thumber will attract more people to these streams. I haven't seen either. Yeah, it's not the concern here isn't the amount of people coming in to watch this. The concern here is the time frame in which I will be able to finish the project. Because it doesn't matter to me. I mean, if as long as there's one individual that watches these streams, that's having fun with it, then I'm gonna have fun with these streams. That's basically it. And I have fun with this project. But yeah, again, like I said before, I mean, I'm not expecting to solve this problem at this point. It's just something I wanted to ask you. It's something I will think about off stream as well. Shanice, now you'll put me in court? This does not make matters better. Of course, court always makes matters better. When has a court of law ever made things worse? Oh wait. In fact, worsens them beyond comprehension. Oh right, that's why I couldn't picture it. That would explain it. So really only way I can see out of this is if you try and find more time for game dev for this project which you enjoy. But yeah, something will have to be replaced. Yeah. It's an interesting problem. I will... Oh, by the way, Slavic Eagle, last stream, when I said that I enjoyed solving these kinds of problems in Transport Fever 2, when you said that, yeah, sure, we all know that's not true, something like that, I was being serious. Like, actually, like, building something in Transport Fever 2 that's completely fine for one situation, and then just putting more and more stress on it until it gets to the point where it breaks, and then having to re-engineer it but make it better, and then seeing the problem just solve immediately, just seeing traffic flow through that junction. That is a large part of why I find games like Transport Fever enjoyable. So I was actually being completely serious when I said that, and now I'll turn on the lights. So feel free to amuse yourselves with interesting humming music. Or if you wish to, you can also sing if you want to. That last one is a bit redundant. There we go. Now you can see a bit better. Still completely dark outside. Still slightly light. Actually, don't need the thing. Actually, yeah, I don't need the headphones at the moment. Right. I would say try to prioritize the project which can be finished first. Get it done and then fit into that new empty space something else. True. Very, very true. But the thing is that is the reason why I'm not getting anything done in this game. Because I'm prioritizing the projects I can finish first. Because that's what changed. So I started this project, this Triad Ghostly Venture, the streams, when I didn't have as many projects that I need to prioritize, and that has changed since. So, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, I really don't want to get rid of game dev, because I know that there are at least a few people who find this really very interesting, and who are, and I mean, I find it really interesting. I find it really fun to talk about and to do stuff. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's just the issue that this is such a big project, at least for spending only 2 hours on it. Doesn't matter. Well, maybe matters, but we'll see. And as for the transport stream yesterday, I know you meant it. You explained it. Good. Maybe do another game dev stream on Thursday when you're done with RCT3's base campaign mode. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Because maybe do another game dev stream on Thursdays when you're done with... But it's already on Thursdays. What do you mean? Oh, do you mean Fridays? Yeah. Yeah, they confuse me a bit. I could do that, but I don't want to, because one of the goals of these streams is to grow my audience, of course. And that means, originally the Friday stream idea was to have a MISC stream, which is, if you look on Twitch on its schedule, it's still listed as MISC, as miscellaneous. That was to create a variety of content, I say content, that has a lot of negative things connected with it, like connotations, but I mean negative, a wider variety of streams, of content, so that, for example, after Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, maybe we can do a little bit of City Skylines, or maybe we can do a bit of, I don't know, maybe Railroute, maybe OpenTTD, maybe KSP, maybe a load of other stuff, and we'll see how that goes. It's just something, but if it's fun, Planet Coaster, ATS, ETS2, yeah, those as well, maybe. And I don't really want to do another game dev stream, because so far the game dev streams are the ones that are the least popular. And yes, a large part is due to the advertising, which basically isn't any, because I'm waiting until Living Art gets released, and then we can have another look if it picks up at all, which I already said a few streams ago. Right. Should I, or maybe do Beyond the Horizons revisioned on stream? Beyond the Horizons, that game, if I did try to do that would be about, I would say, maybe 4 times as large as Ghostly Venture, I would guess. Fridays, yes, confused it with previous schedule, apologies. Yeah, true, I gotcha. Planet Coaster, ATS, ETS2, KSP. I've also found some more info about Infra's lore. Ah, Ooh, what is it? FNAF? OMSI 2? Not FNAF. I mean, I really wouldn't enjoy it, so there would have to be some really special circumstances for me to play that. Maybe OMSI 2. Apparently, Stalberg is the capital city of a country called Stolland, which is basically South Finland. Oh, I had no idea. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Wow. Right, so anyway, back to this. So, it works okay. Although I missed those two. Actually, I need to open up the prefab to edit it. Actually, are these ones already duplicated? No, they're not. That's good. The Raven thingy is an obscent. Is an obscent? What do you mean? Is it the Raven thingy is a of SNW project, which kill you in ending form. I see. What was NSWN? Oh, wasn't that the nuclear? Yeah, Slavic nuclear weapons. Yeah. Also, it needs a different material up here. Although this looks, it doesn't look like what I wanted it to look like originally, but for some reason, oh, I understand why. Of course, it's because, yeah, it's because I changed the amount of material slots, so that's why I changed it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it for now. When we deal with it, then we'll change it. All right, and apparently they used the green shrooms as bioweapon. Ugh. What bad properties do they have? Like, what do they do? Do you know? Art Deco mansion look? No, that's not what I was going for, but it definitely has that look now. So I modified a little of my rewrite. Wooden archway, yeah. Right, so let's have a look back in Pixelmator. Oh no, I need to close it, reopen it, because I changed the location of the thing, of course. They grow on you, turn you into a zombie. Oh, I didn't think that. Yikes! So, like those fungi that do it to ants? Yeah, exactly. Don't remember its name. I think it's some of the C and Y. It's like a sign up form? 1 second. Let me look this up quickly. I'll be back in a second. Cordyceps. Cordyceps. There we go. That was it. It's a type of it's a type of these ones. It's not all of them. They have, so it's not all of them. Let's see. Cordyceps is a specific type of Cordyceps fungus, I think. Anyway, that's okay. You can look pictures up yourself. I won't threaten you with them. It's probably a good texture. Yes, I see. Brrr. Yes, I told you Infra has some has more stuff than it looks on the surface. Yes, you did. Let's see, if I multiply this, will that work? 1 second. It may work, it might make it look a bit... No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work, it just looks wet this way. Which is interesting, but I don't necessarily want it to look wet. That enough grime for you? Grime up the bricks! Oh no, not... I thought cancel was the other one. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Be back with it in a minute. Right, so now we're back. Also missed Peter's last message today. Alright, so it would be a great game to stream. Ah, I see. Well, from that point of view, yeah, I don't doubt it. But it doesn't... It's not really the kind of game that I would enjoy playing. Oh no, somebody spilled coffee on the wall. No. Let's see. Rest. You don't like puzzle games? No, I do like puzzle games. It's just I don't like games with violence in them. That's all. Coffee on the wall. Yes, XD, yeah. Because that's what it is. He's making one now. Let's just export this. See what this looks like. Why does it always try to save it in here? That's ever so slightly annoying. It's fine. No violence in it, mate. Oh, well in that case, might have a look at it a bit more. Nobody gets hurt. Well, not not during the playtime at least. But the environment can kill you, apart from Mark, as far as I know. Yeah, it's fine. Oh right, that's the lighting's off. That doesn't look the same. 1 second. 1 second. Legacy. Let's just try Legacy Diffuse. Is the light blue? No. Oh, I understand why. The clear back data. No, that didn't change it. Why is the texture so different? That's odd. Like, that's not the same color. It should be the same color, but it's not. Is it the skybox? Just make it black for a moment and then regenerate the lighting. What's casting that light? It has to be the directional light, right? Yeah, it is. That's better, the texture. So now if I do ambient light source, just a normal color, I can just make this a bit brighter. Like that. And then decrease the brightness of the light. That's probably a bit better. There we go. That looks better. Those are the more truer colors. See, now the color actually matches on the side there, in the inspector down at the bottom right. Right, I mean, it's part of the game. It's a great game, so it's worth the money. Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. Should I disable compression? Ooh, creepy. Ooh, nice. True color. Coloring you amazed since 1921. Coloring you amazed. That's nice. Right, so let's see. I think this is definitely better. Let's have a look at it in the proper game. Oh, why does it go white? Oh, that's odd. It's like it doesn't know if it wants to be white or black, the skybox. Interesting. Where is it? Where is it? Can't see it. It's probably behind a hill. Wow, color me impressed. Sprite default isn't meant to be used as a skybox. Very nice. Oh, I thought it was. Isn't that like the default Unity skybox? The sprite default, isn't it? I thought it was. Nope. Oh, sorry, I must have mistaken it then with something else. Yeah, the coloring's off. It's not quite right. But I think, I mean, this also hasn't got any of the 3D stuff on it, just a flat texture at the moment. But I think that this probably looks quite a bit better than this. Looks more precise, I'd say. What do you think? I'll zoom in for you a bit so you can see it a bit better. Default skybox with a gradient is the default one, Unity one. Oh, now I remember. Yes, thank you very much for clearing that up. I totally had forgotten. Wink. I'd go for none, shall I? Well, then it's just the grey background. So what do you think? What do you think of this? I don't know, kind of looks like a wall in Dolphin Shopping Center. Well, it's not got any of the 3D-ness yet. Once it has a normal map that actually has lots of the scrapes in it, and it's actually also got a bit more 3D-ness to the actual blocks, so they're not just a texture, then I think this will be better. I guess so. Bit hard to judge now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see indeed. I do like the other texture a bit more, like the color of it. So let's actually change this up. Up? Yes, up. Let's have a look at this. Which of course means that I need to replace it. That's fine. Oh, hello Gate Spirit. Bye Gate Spirit. Almost forgot to greet it then. That would have been a mistake. I won't say what would have happened then, but you can miss greeting it and then you'll see. You'll see. You'll all see. Come on, we've got to have some of these rooms somewhere. Oh, there's one literally right here. Yeah, that's better. The grey doesn't fit anymore. But I can rework that. Just thinking. So if you look here, at sandstone walls, I was originally going for something more like this at the bottom, only a bit straighter, like more with some more accuracy. Like, yeah, I know this is very, very accurate. It means just more straighter lines. I think these lines are just too straight. I think that's the issue. This is actually more what my old bricks look like. Yeah, I know, Dolphin. Yeah, I'm very aware of it. That's an old photo of it. Floor. Oh, yeah. Yes, this is what my old ones look like. And with some clever stuff with height maps, I will probably be able to get this to look like that with just textures. Only colors have more variation. True. But then again, the textures weren't finished yet. With that one. Yes, with the individual bricks. Yes, I know what you mean. Now, similar to this. Okay. Oh, right, I getcha. Oh, you getch me? I had no idea you getched me. Right, I will need to redo this layer with just basically a bit of a darker color. So if I do that, delete that, brush again. That's not right. I think that's probably a bit better. That's too intense. Yeah, like this, I think. It's probably good. Getch. Ha! Getched, yeah. Indeed. Yeah, it's definitely these lines. So if I duplicate this layer, yeah, I know it won't look very good if I just do it like this. But for example, if I just use the smudge, is this a smudge? No, that's the warp. Well, I mean, I guess warp could work as well. But that wouldn't look that great. I want smudge. Is there a smudge tool anywhere? I guess it's warp. Yeah, it would be warp, wouldn't it? Maybe with a little bit of a smaller brush. Let's just have a look at this, see what this looks like, which is kind of already in kind of there by default. But let's have a look at this, see what it looks like. The only thing is, with more unique brick patterns, it will tile a lot less well. You'll see a repeating pattern more often, which is why I didn't really want to do it before. Additionally, it was easier with the models, of course, but that's one of the reasons. I mean, of course, it also doesn't line up now in the corner, but ignoring that it doesn't line up at the corner anymore, what do you think? Do you think this looks better? Not convinced. Oh. Looks like they're coated with water. It does look a bit like that. Yeah, you're right. Also, this is just too bright, this light. Yeah. Let's see if we can do a bit more with, what does the bump tool do? I don't think that's... Actually, what would it do here? Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Pinch? No. Twirl. Anything? Oh, is there something selected? No, it's not. Looks good, but I'd lessen it. Maybe. Smudge, there we go. No, that's not what I wanted. I mean, this way it would really look like it's just underwater. That is clone, that's not what I wanted. Maybe if it's more like actual angles that go across, rather than it being all wavy. And yes, I've got a layer. as a backup that doesn't have any of these modifications, so don't worry about it. I've got that in hand. That's fine. Let's see what that would look like. It looks a bit squiggly, but that might be okay. At this point, we're just testing around, seeing different things, see if it works or not. But I really do like how this looks. Just the little Gates perch, just making its way over there through the trees and the ferns. Just look at that. That's the sort of feeling I want with this game. That's why I enjoy making this. That's what I want. It's just, yeah. I won't repeat myself. Right. Okay. I mean, still doesn't look. It looks too clean cut, of course. That's, I think, the issue. It looks too clean cut. It's a thing to work on. I think a lot of the things will be fixed with when I add more 3D-ness to the texture. So it's not just gonna look flat, which it obviously does at the moment. Looks good, but isn't it? XD, yeah. I used that very same smudge tool just today. Ah, nice. Wonky breaks. It does look fairly magicastical. Heart. Aw. Yeah. It kind of looks like those bricks were purposely built to look like this. Oh, yes, they would have, of course, been purposely built to look like this. Of course. Like, especially cut into the shape. It's better than before, but still. Although, that's odd. Did I actually... You know, interesting you should say that was better than before, considering that I hadn't actually updated the texture. I hadn't copied it over, apparently. So, interesting you should say that it looks better than before. Yes, indeed. Must have been a trick of perception. Yes, of course. Of course. You were expecting it to look straighter, and so you thought, oh, well, this looks much better than before. It was a trick of the light, I tell you. Yeah, a trick of the light. Yeah, this is what it looks like now. Yeah, that looks better, I think. Yeah, with those straight lines, especially with those straight vertical lines, I think that adds a lot. Having the vertical lines straight instead of squiggly as well. If you look at this. What do you think? Exactly. Spookifying, really. Yes, of course. Quite. What do you think? Of course, you won't look at it like that. You'll just look at it more like this as you're going around. What do you think? Do you think that's good? Better? Kangofango is typing ... Oh! That was typed by Kangofango. So, you're right. You were absolutely right. It's a bit odd though, like, why would they build it like this? I'd still lessen the effect, but it's nice. Well, actually, if you look at old Roman temples and that sort of stuff, it is actually quite a lot like that, so let's see. Oops, no, that's not how you spell Saturn. Come on, there we go. Oh, where is it? That's not really... Great. Where is it? That's not what I was looking for. Oh, actually, maybe it was more... Let's see. Maybe it was more... I can't think of it at the moment. I thought it was Temple of Saturn. Or was it this? No, these are just... No, that's not what I meant. There is a different... Oh, what was it? What was it called? It wasn't Temple of Saturn. Was it Mars? May have been. I don't know. Or maybe it was... One second. Machu Picchu? I don't think so. It was more Eastern. Like Middle East-ish. Maybe it was Hattusa? Nope, not Hattusa. Hattusa. Please. Yes, thank you very much. This isn't the example I meant. You see, they're just... Yeah, this sort of thing. This isn't the exact example I meant, but something similar to this, where it's kind of these stone bricks that were actually cut in an interlocking fashion to better, well, prepare against earthquakes and things like that. I'm struggling to find the actual site I was thinking of. I know it looks different. It wasn't the actual site I was thinking of. Temple of Poseidon. Maybe that was it? No, there's too little standing of these ones. And these ones are using the more straight cut bricks. Although a lot of this could be repairs. A lot of this could be repairs. Neptune? Maybe Neptune. Not merely... no. No. Let's see, maybe if we just look for... No, these are... I think that... the thing that makes it not look so ancient is that it's just perfectly aligned, because this isn't it. This isn't my example. It's just here you can see there are some stones that are overlapping, even with the more of the actual the Roman stuff. If you look in the background there, you can see that it's not perfectly aligned. They're not all the same size. I think that might play a part in it. Although I still haven't been able to find... Let's see. Foundation, maybe. I think it was in the foundation somewhere. Was it this? No, this wasn't it. No. But yeah, you can see they're not... The bricks aren't necessarily that well organized. Let's have a look at the link. Yeah, that's not what I meant. Yeah, Neptune. Before that. It's a bit odd though, like, why would they build it like this? Right. But nice, Kangafango and 63 others are typing? Huh. Everyone else. Machu Picchu? No. But I'll have a look at the link anyways. Because maybe it was that. Maybe it was that. It actually, it may have been the bottom layers of it. But I doubt it. Although maybe it wasn't, but I doubt it. But no, maybe it was. No, I doubt it. It was a place that got earthquakes quite a lot, because I remember they built it that way to protect against earthquakes. That, Acropolis, Temple of Poseidon, or Neptune. Oh, Slavic Eagle, bye! Thank you very much for coming. Have a good, restful night. Bye! If they exist, looks... Yeah. Looks completely different, sorry. Yeah, it did. You're right, it did look completely different. Try some more. Wait. TOP exists? Oh, of course Temple of Poseidon exists. Nice, well, there remains Neptune too. Wow, Roman bath. Wait, what? This? Oh, right. Yeah, true. I get what you mean. They're all a bit wonked. Or, well, unsymmetrical. Roman bath. Anyways, I have to drop off now to do something. See ya. Bye, yes. Alright, good night. See you soon. Bye. Was nice having you. Ghost alert! A ghost approaching is... A ghost approaching warning. Oh, right. Oh, we've passed the time. That's probably why the ghost's approaching. Need to... Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream now anyways. Yeah, so thank you very much for stopping by, V'ger. So, bye, V'ger. I guess... So, hi, bye. Yes. See you for Train Simulator tomorrow. Maybe, if you can make it. If you can make it. Good night, everybody. I mean, I definitely think that this looks better than just having them straight. I'm not too displeased with this. I think that maybe if I added... One second. I'll just quickly do a little bit of a thing. 1 second. Yeah, I know. Like maybe if I just added like a little bit of stuff like this, so that it's not all completely finely cut, basically. No, I don't mean cracks like this. I mean just smaller pieces of worked stuff in between. So then you've got like this here. I've got like this coming over like that, maybe. Of course not exactly like this, but something similar to this. Not displeased. Not displeased. Ah, I see. Also, bye. Yes, bye. No, I don't want to save it. Can I not just cancel it? Just revert it. There we go. No, that's not the brush I wanted. If it's more like this, but with rounded edges a bit, so that you can see a bit similar to this. So there are, it's not just these big blocks, but rather more smaller stones. Of course not, you wouldn't have these straight lines, but gone from this to, oh, I gotcha. Oh, right, sorry. So something similar to that, maybe. If you imagine not having these straight lines over it. What do you think? But then again, I'd have the issue of it repeating. But although if I'm using textures, then I could just have a couple of materials that get switched out. Although, no, actually, I could do that. So, actually, I'll save it this way. I can, of course, always edit it back. Well, it's fine, but I'll just save it this way, just so I'm not going to lose my thread. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that I was talking about. Needing multiple materials for multiple textures, so it isn't as repetitive. I getcha. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, if you have a few variations, sure. Looks good. Would be quite repetitive if repeated everywhere. True. Let's see. Well, what have we done this stream? This. Yeah. I'll have to think about it. It is fun. I do enjoy it. It's just the amount of time needed to complete this project and the amount of time that I can allocate to it at the moment. It's just the issue. Ooh. Oh, do you have something? Do you have something important? Maybe you text her the summoner next time round. Brazers. Don't think so. I mean, I might as well, but I don't think so. Because I want to get more actual stuff done on it. Right. So thank you all very much for watching. Shoutouts, yeah, of course. Yes, shoutouts. So Kangafango streams on Sundays. He streams driving trucks, mostly recently. Occasionally he streams building stuff in Omsi 2 and trains, as well as, well, driving trains. Fun. Also, if you play trains, have a look on the download station for maps called, one of them is called Central Europe, the other one's called Cornish Railways. They're worth your time. Not made by me, not any connection with them, they're just good maps. Anyway, alright, finish and or show off the Nithok Theatre maybe? Well, thank you for the shout out. Ooh, get a thumber. I'll get it from the stream, it's fine. Anyway, this stream will be archived, as you probably know if you're watching it now, and bye. Bye. Thanks, yes, and ... one dot less. See you! Yes, bye. Tomorrow for Train Simulator 2021. Yes, indeed. Bye.